Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Barbara. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So today's video, I am going to be sharing with you 5 tips on how I grew my hair. So like I said, these tips are very practical to me. I'm going to be sharing with you how I use them, how many times I use them, so that you can try it on your hair and you can see some growth. I know that I've shared some tips in the past that have been really helpful to you. Hopefully these are also going to be one of those that are going to be very helpful. And again, these are not new to you guys. These are things that I've been doing and things that I've been sharing and things that you already know. But I'm going to be sharing with you how I use them and how I achieve the kind of growth that you can see on my hair. This is my hair as of 2023, and of course it's waist length, so it's not yet past waist length. It's been stagnant for a year now, and we're going to improve this with some of these tips that I'm sharing with you. So the first tip I'm going to be sharing with you for hair growth is pre-poo. So this is something that you don't want to miss every time you wash your hair. Every time I wash my hair, I pre-poo it first before I go in with my shampoo. And my best oils that I recommend to you guys is coconut oil. That's one oil that I use every single pre-poo, every single wash day. I like coconut oil. It deeply penetrates through my hair strand. It really does help with adding moisture into my hair before I do shampoo. Another oil I recommend is olive oil. If you don't have coconut oil, or you don't like coconut oil, or your hair doesn't like coconut oil, you can use olive oil. You can also use jojoba oil. It's really good. Those light oils are really good for penetrating through your hair strand and also give you a really good moisture for your hair before you shampoo. If you don't know what is the use of pre-poo or the benefits of pre-poo, please go ahead and do your research. I know for sure that I cannot wash my hair without a pre-poo, because that is not going to help me at all. It's not going to be a good start for my wash day. I also have introduced conditioning as a way of pre-pooing first. Instead of doing a conditioner after shampoo, I do use a conditioner to pre-poo my hair. It also helps with detangling my hair. It gives me a good sleep when I'm detangling my hair. And when I am pre-pooing, that's also the time I use to detangle my hair. That's the only time I do sort of manipulate my hair or do any sort of brushing or any sort of finger detangling, because that's when you are trying to distribute this oil to give you moisture to your strands, and therefore your hair is going to thank you after wash day. The second tip is moisturizing your ends. I'm not talking about moisturizing your entire hair. You already know how to do that. You are supposed to moisturize your entire hair, but this time around I'm focusing mostly on my ends. So I do moisturize my hair on my wash day, but I also do a type of moisture only on my ends. So I concentrate my moisturizer only towards the ends of my hair. Sometimes twice in a week I do moisturize and make sure that I put some leave-in, I put some oil, I put some butter or some grease on the ends of my hair twice every week. I have found that to be very helpful, especially if you're trying to retain some length. And of course for me, I'm all about healthy hair, but also I'm all about retaining some length, because that's the truth. We all want our hair to be big and beautiful and long, and so I'm all about that. I'm not gonna lie about that. My hair is low porosity, so it tends to really dry out mostly on my ends. So with this moisture twice a week on my ends, it's really have improved the ends of my hair. And yeah, I can see I don't have to trim my ends nowadays as much as I used to. If I have twists in or if I have braids in, which I usually have, I will go to the ends of my braids and unravel them and then moisturize that end and put them back together twice a week. It's been really helpful in retaining length. The third tip that I want to share with you guys is wash, pre-poo, condition, do whatever it needs to your hair every week. I know a lot of people wash their hair once a month and it works for you, but what I have realized is that if you're using oil on a weekly basis, if you stay in very humid areas, if your hair tends to be very dry, you don't want to hold on your wash day for a month. You want to wash your hair at least once a week or once every after 2 weeks. So for me, what I did was I would wash my hair every week, and what I realized was that after every week my hair will still be perfect, my moisture will be still fine, my scalp would not be itching, my hair will still be quite fine because of how I take care of my hair during my wash day. So I decided to switch it up and start, you know, washing my hair every after 2 weeks. So I'm seeing that every after 2 weeks, at least my hair is dirty, at least my scalp, you know, it wants a little bit of TLC. So that is working for me very good. Our hair grows from our scalp, and we have to wash our scalp. We have to take care of our scalp in order for our hair to grow. And when it comes to your shampoo, please get a very clarifying shampoo, a moisturizing shampoo. Even though you use sulfates, I don't mind sulfates too. I like to use my black soap first, and then I put in my moisturizing shampoo. Regardless of what you use, just stay away from shampoos that just strip your hair from its moisture. And especially if you haven't done a pre-poo and you're just going ahead to wash your hair, that is not going to be helpful for you. Your hair really grows in a place that is moisturized. So you want to make sure that you're draining as much moisture as possible, especially if you are low porosity. Please make sure that you're using a good shampoo, because sometimes a bad shampoo also leads you to have dandruff, it leads you to have itchy scalp. It's usually because of what you're using to wash your hair. So the fourth tip is moisture and protein balance. So when I talk about moisture and protein balance, I mean you deep condition your hair, which contains moisture, and then the protein. How do those come into balance? So what I do is when I deep condition my hair, for example this week, the next couple weeks, like in 3 weeks or 2 weeks, I will use a protein. And the reason why I'm doing that and I'm seeing a really huge difference is that sometimes my hair is lacking protein, and we all like to moisturize. Of course, we're told to moisturize our hair, but we don't put so much emphasis on protein treatment or protein deep treatments. Protein treatment helps our hair to strengthen. It helps strengthen our elasticity of our hair. It helps with protecting our hair from, you know, damage, environmental damages. So if you are moisturizing your hair and then you're protein treating your hair, you're gonna find a balance of your hair, that it gets the ingredients that it needs when it needs to. For me, I realized every after 3 weeks or every after 2 weeks, depending on how my hair is feeling like, I'll do a protein treatment instead of a deep conditioning. And to be honest guys, for the longest time in my hair journey, I wasn't necessarily protein treating my hair. I think I would do it twice or once a year. I was not necessarily consistent with it. I didn't have it on a schedule, I didn't have it on my calendar, and to be honest, I would just feel like my hair is becoming over moisturized, and then I would put on a protein treatment. But now I'm really learning that I need to keep a balance between those two in order for me to grow healthy hair and also hair that is really looking good and moisturized and all of that. So I'm putting protein treatment as much as possible into my hair routine instead of just doing it once or twice a year, and it's working out so well so far, and I'm going to be doing it for the rest of the year to see how much difference it will make for my hair. So the fifth tip that I'm going to say is leave your hair for the rest of the time. So if you have pre-pooed, washed, conditioned, deep conditioned, or protein conditioned your hair, whatever it is that you have done for the wash day, leave your hair in a protective style for the rest of the time. So for me, what happens is that after I've done all that ritual, what I do is I put my hair, nowadays I'm putting my hair in African threading. You guys, I am keeping my hair in a stretch form just because I'm trying to actually grow out my hair in terms of length. Like I'm really going for that, and I know a lot of people will be like, oh, you know, it's all about health and all about, yeah, at the end of the day we want length, okay? And I'm all about that. I'm all about health and I'm all about length at the same time. Those are my goals. So what I do is that I leave my hair in a protective style. Sometimes I do mini braids and I leave my hair like that for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, I'm washing my hair every after 2 weeks, and then I will just be caring for my scalp during that whole time, or even doing the moisture on my ends. That's literally what I do. So what African threading does is, like, you really want to moisturize your hair, because you're not going to be taking out your African threading and then moisturize and then, you know, twist it back again. If you can, you can, but I feel like that would be a little bit too much of work for me. So what I'm doing is that I am putting my hair in an African threading as a protective style for the next 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks I take out my African threading, comb out my hair as a way of detangling, and then I will go back with my pre-poo and start the cycle all over again. Make sure that you're not protective styling for hair growth. Make sure that you're protective styling for hair or length retention, because that's what protective styling is all about. It's not about growing your hair, it's about retaining length, because your hair is going to be growing whether you're protective styling or you're not. So moving forward, those are the tips that I'm going to be course using, and hopefully you found them to be useful. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about the tips that I've just shared. What do you do? How do you take care of your hair? How are you growing your hair? How are you retaining length? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. If these tips don't make any sense to you and don't mean anything to you, that's still fine. You can always not do anything about it. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.